from your view of it, how do you think it's going to change things, and like what would you have kind of thought about it if it was something that was available to you?
I mean, I think I'm very curious to see how it's all going to work out. I think there are some dangers in it. I think there's some dangers of giving an 18-year-old kid or 20-year-old kid a big sum of money and just how they're going to spend that. What is that going to go to? Good use or good causes? Hopefully it does, but I worry about spending it the wrong way. All of a sudden they got to pay taxes on that, and they're going to get into trouble down the line because they spend it all and don't prepare for that. So I just know how immature I was at 20 years old, and I would not have spent it on the right ways, and so it scares me from the individual. It scares me on just the chemistry of the locker room, on some guys getting endorsements or getting money, and all of a sudden if they're not playing well, how the other students will handle that, how his teammates in the locker room will handle that situation. I think college football is such a special time where you are with your buddies, and you're all living together, and you're all the same age, and you're all in it together, and it's all equal and the same, and all of a sudden you're messing with that chemistry a little bit, and I worry of the dynamics at the locker room and the friction it'll create inside the locker room. So, and then the fact that you can transfer so easily now, and how that all plays. But hopefully they can figure out, and it can help some families that are in need of some money, and can give them some relief, and hopefully that the kids are finding good ways to use the money and doing it for good.
On that, is there any advice you're giving to Arch through that process?
I think we have a few years. I haven't talked to him directly. I've talked to Cook, my brother, about it a little bit, and just I would encourage him to wait until he is the starter. Wait until he has proven himself at a certain college before he starts doing any things, or try to incorporate his offensive line or incorporate other players and kind of share the wealth where you make it more team oriented instead of me oriented. So that would be my advice, or how I would think I would do it at that time. I don't think you want to go in and have a bunch of endorsement deals before you've taken a snap of college football yet.
As a football player.
Obviously Coop's my brother, and Archie is my nephew, so we he like to know what's going on and what schools he's going to visit and different camps and things like that. So it comes up. I'm not super involved or giving too much advice. I think it is an exciting time to really just enjoy being a high school football player and not all of a sudden think about in the process of where you're going to play next. Hey, he's got 2 more years of high school. I know he wants to go win a high school state championship. I would just encourage him to focus on playing high school football, being a great teammate, working on his skills, going out there trying to win as many games for his high school as possible, and enjoy that high school experience, because it is special, and it is you're playing with guys that you've grown up your whole life with, and your best friends, and you can't get that stuff back. And so the next levels and the next stages will come, and he'll figure that out. But don't miss out on being a 16-year-old kid.
Then you eventually do see play.
Yeah, a lot of it's just kind of going back to my high school and going back to a game. I haven't been to many Newman high school games since I left. Obviously been busy in the falls these years, and so just decided to see that atmosphere and hopefully just see him go out there and how he handles the games, the ups and downs, and how he's matured as a leader, kind of going into his 3rd year as being the starter and a junior. Those you can take big strides during those years. So I look forward to see how he conducts himself, kind of in between series and the things you don't see from watching it on TV.
Eli,
Putting them through drills and let them make all the throws.
Eli, what do you think about the LSU Ole Miss rivalry now with Lane and Ed, and the game they played last year, and moving forward?
I think the whole SEC is it's so strong and so many good teams, and so excited about all the games and being able to get back to some Ole Miss games this fall, hopefully, and watch a few. And so excited about how the team played last year and how Ole Miss will hopefully do this year with Coach Kiffin leading the way. And You know, I will be at the Ole Miss LSU game in Oxford this fall.
Can you talk about your role, you know, with the Giants? How has it been kind of getting back with that organization after so long? I know you've been having some fun with it on Twitter.
Yeah, you know, I think obviously just kind of getting started, and a lot of the people aren't even, in the building yet, you know, so they're just now letting people back into the facilities. The players have been off kind of since I signed on, and so I haven't been around them. But you know, excited to be back with the Giants. They've been, you know, such an important part of my life, and you know, where I played there for 16 years, and you know, I retired in February of last year, and then you know, the pandemic hit a month later, and I was not allowed into the facility for a whole year, and you know, it's not so much the players, and you know, there's obviously, you know, a number of teammates that were great friends that I wasn't allowed to see, but it was the trainers and the equipment rooms and the PR people and the film room and cafeteria guys that I saw every day for 16 years, and all of a sudden you're cut off. So miss those guys. So excited to be back and be with them and help out the organization.
Eli apologized.